11 reasons why your mom is always going to be your first real, best friend. Look back to your earliest memories as a child and look at the life that you have now. If you are lucky, then you have probably always had that one person who has been there since the start, someone who has never left your side and will continue to be there for you until the end of this life. Who is that? That's your mother. She was always there at your side even when you were throwing so many temper tantrums. And she's going to be there for you as you try to nurse your heartaches from a breakup. Your mom was your first best friend. She always kept you entertained whenever you were a kid by playing with you. She always tried to make sure that you learned and developed yourself into a human being who would eventually make a mark in this world. She was always poring over the littlest details on how to raise you so that you would have the life that she could have only dreamed of when she was a child. She has always tried to stay updated on your life because she's your biggest fan and she always wants to be there for you in case you ever need any advice. Do you have any other friends who are capable of doing the same? The only thing that your mom ever wants in life is to provide for you and to protect you from all the potential harms that might befall you. She is the ultimate definition of unconditional love. She is going to love you regardless of how you treat her. Where else would you find a person who would put their own needs above your own on such a consistent basis? That's your mom. These are just a few of the reasons why she happens to be your best friend ever. She is always going to come to your defense no matter what. When you have a mother, you know that you're always going to have someone who is always on your side even when you know that you're wrong. She always cares about how your life is going and how it's going to turn out. You are never going to find another person who is going to be as invested in your life as your mother. She is always going to concern herself with everything that goes on with you. She is always thinking of the things that you might need even when you don't think of them yourself. She makes sure that you have a jacket whenever you go out and she knows that it's cold. She makes sure that you don't forget your umbrella in case it rains. She makes sure that you are always well fed. And many other things. She is going to try her best to understand you even though she practically comes from a different world. She is a woman of another generation, but that won't stop her from trying to understand you to the best of her abilities. She is going to consistently give you the benefit of the doubt. She's the kind of woman who would believe that you would never do anything intently wrong. She will always believe that you are a person of dignity and principle. She always assumes the best out of you. She is going to invest herself in your success without any expectations of rewards or acknowledgement. She just wants you to succeed to make sure that you are where you need to be in life. She just wants you to be happy because your happiness is her happiness as well. She is going to go out of her way to make sure that you feel special in this life. In her eyes, you aren't going to be just like anyone else. You're always going to be the most special person in the world to her. And she's definitely going to make you feel that. She probably cares more about how you look than you do. She will try her absolute best to get you the nicest clothes so that you are always confident in how you look, so that you are never made to feel like you are being left out. She is the only woman in the world who will make sure that you get to eat even if it means that she doesn't get to. She's the only person in this world who would willingly listen to you ramble on and on about your feelings, and she's always going to make sure that you feel like you have someone you can talk to whenever you want. She is going to love you more than herself. And that's the kind of friendship that you can't buy.